Last week, Gronk struck a sweet deal, raking in over $4 million in incentives. And today we got the chance to catch up with this beaming All-Pro tight end who says he's feeling the love and is ready to show his appreciation on the field this Sunday. Some Jets are now saying QB Matt Stafford tipped them off with hand signals so they knew the play was coming. We often hear the Patriots talking about leaving plays on the field and trying to improve every week, but over the last 3 weeks they've actually averaged nearly 40 points a game. So now that begs the question, how much better can they actually get? In typical Bill Belichick fashion, he was all business today, talking about this Sunday season opener against the Texans. But don't let that face fool you. He says he's excited, yes, you heard that right, for this weekend's matchup. We're here inside the practice facility at Boston College on this hot and humid day. Thankfully inside, we got a player right over here, the quarterback over here, doing a dance for us. The Patriots are in full recovery mode right now after that tough loss to the Lions this Sunday. And get this, the Cleveland Browns, who just won their first game in 2 years this season, have a better record than the Pats right now. Just let that sink in. But in true Bill Belichick fashion, he's just on to Miami. On a scale of 1 to 10 of Belichick being Belichick, I would say he was a 10 today. And speaking of 10s, if you take a look behind me, you can see that Josh Gordon is out on the field. Well, what's up with that? The game came down to who had the ball last. And luckily for Patriots fans, that happens to be Tom Brady's specialty. It was his 43rd game-winning drive in the fourth quarter or overtime. That's almost 3 years of games.
Now, Sports Center 5, powered by Xfinity.
Sad news for Patriots fans tonight. Jeremy Hill's season is over before it even began. His debut as a Patriot cut short after tearing his right ACL yesterday. He's now on injured reserve, and unfortunately, we won't be seeing him on the field again this season. It happened in the third quarter of yesterday's win over the Texans. Brady to Gronk, the ball is jarred loose. He fumbles, and you can see Hill right here, number 33, trying to make the tackle. And that's what did it. If you take a closer look, you can see his teammate James Devlin accidentally landed on his ankle after getting blocked into the side of Hill's right knee. And that's when you can see him go down in pain, holding his ankle in place while his knee just twists around. Definitely tough to watch. A tough break for Jeremy Hill.
You hate to hear that. And that's a tough injury. You just hate to hear something like that. But Jeremy is going to have the support of everyone in this locker room. We'll certainly be covering him in prayer and lifting him up and encouraging him along the way.
Now, that Hill injury wasn't the only season-ending play for a Patriots player yesterday. And if you watched the game last night, you can probably guess who it was. That's Riley McCarron. The Patriots cut him after failing to field this punt. You can see it bounce off his face mask, resulting in not only a fumble, but an eventual Houston touchdown. He was just put on the practice squad last week, but his time on the Patriots was short-lived. One mistake, and he's done. Now, this one's definitely leaving a bitter taste in Patriots fans' mouths today. A popular Dunkin perk is gone, and no one knows why. You won't be getting 87-cent coffees after the Patriots win anymore. People showed up this morning expecting the deal, but got a rude awakening instead. The Dunkin Boston Twitter account was flooded with anxious fans looking for the Pats win, you win deal, and Dunkin didn't explain why, so it looks like you'll have to head to Friendly's for some free ice cream the day after a win instead. All right, here's a little Patriots trivia. Pats fans, do you recognize this guy? I'll give you a few seconds. That's former Patriots defensive coordinator Matt Patricia, replacing Pat the Patriot for the Detroit Lion in his debut as a head coach there. And here's Sam Darnold making his debut as a Jet. He's the youngest QB to start in an NFL game in over 50 years. And his first throw, well, it didn't start out so promising. It was returned for a pick six, but he hung in there, and what a night he had, turning everything around, throwing for 198 yards and 2 touchdown passes. And Matt Patricia's probably wondering how Bill Belichick made this look so easy. This was the most points the Jets have ever scored in a road game, with 48. But there may be a reason why New York picked off 5 Detroit passes yesterday. Some Jets are now saying QB Matthew Stafford tipped them off with hand signals so they knew when a play was coming. So we'll have to wait and see how Patricia and squad adapt in their next matchup against the 49ers this Sunday. And that'll do it for sports. I'm Alexi Iafrato. Have a great night.